Hi, I'm Mahlon with SHS Distributors. Today I want to show you the benefits of Trass Bed. This Trass bedding compound consists of two components. One is the VDW 480 bedding mortar, comes from Germany, made by GFTK. It's an efflorescence-free mortar that we mix with chipstone. In this particular job we're using a number 9 stone, 3/8 chipped. It should be a washed clean stone. For this residential job, we will be doing a 6-to-1 mix. That means 1 component of the VDW 480 to 6 of the stone. This is what we're looking for. We want to be able to almost make a ball with this. Too wet and it'll sag too much when we're laying our stone. Too dry and it will not compact properly. So that's what we're looking for.
So one of the things we're doing here at this Trass Bed Systems, we're adding lights in it. We are actually bonding our pavers to this Trass Bed, so all our wiring has to be run ahead of time. What we've chosen to do here is put some small PVC sleeves in. We'll cap with tape right at the moment, and that will allow us to make connections right in that sleeve. If we should ever have a light burn out, very easy to pull that light out of pavement, connections right underneath it, replace it without having to tear up a section of pavement to run new wiring. Keep in mind, the idea of Trass Bed is permanence. We want it to last for decades with zero maintenance.
My screed rails are set. We're going to screed this whole area out before we start laying our stone. You want to be careful that you get this exact. The more exact you are with this, the better your laying process will be when we go to lay stone. We got a lot going on in this little space. We're going to have lights in the pathway. Everything's in, and then when we lay our pavers, all we have to do is find the wires and pull them out if we need to. They're loose because they're in conduit. So great idea here. The next step is to take our VDW 495, it's an elutriant, that we'll butter the backs of our pavers with, and then we'll take that and stick it down onto our trass. That makes it a monolithic system. It'll tie everything together. I put a little bit of water in the bucket first, and then I add my 495 into that. Just going to do about a half a bag. Take my auger mixer, or an appropriate paddle mixer. The current consistency is what I want if I'm using my notch trowel, but because I'm going to use the dipping method today, we're going to add a little more water. We're laying a small format paver here today. So there's a couple of things that we'll be doing today that we would not do if we were laying a 2x2 paver or something big. Number one is we made our elutriant pretty runny, and we are using a dipping method to coat the back. And because these pavers are so small, we're going to use a piece of plywood to spread the load here. Try to keep the top surface of your paver clean. I like to lay in several pavers before I level them up. Notice we snapped a couple of lines to make sure I stay straight and square and everything is staying where it needs to be. We got some night lights coming in here, so I have this paver marked so I know where to drill for my light. I have a little conduit underneath this paver that we can expose after it's all set. Okay, two very important tools when you're laying pavers into trass is a level and a good dead blow hammer. This one from Pave Tool is amazing. You want one that has a really good head. The reason I want a level is I can kind of use my level to make sure everything's staying flat. Tap them in just a little bit. Remember, when you're working with small format pavers, you want your trass fairly dry. So we screeded this trass out earlier this morning. It's been sitting here for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and it is perfect to lay a small format paver. The bigger the format, the quicker you can get on it, and the more you can walk around on it without plywood. So with the trass system, like anything else, it's important to set yourself up correctly with the right tools. It makes a world of difference. And one of the things with the dipping method is just simply to have a tray, or I just made this with 2x4s and a piece of plywood, but I like to have it here with me so that I'm not dripping on the pavers. I'm going to push it along. Maybe I should show you how not to do it. Getting some elutriant on the top surface. You want to try to avoid that. In the event that you're working in hot conditions and your trass is drying faster than you want it to, just take some water and every once in a while water your area down a little bit. I'm going to be really careful how I do this here because I have lines snapped in my trass, but I want to wet this down to slow down the curing process. Earlier we were showing you the dipping method when we were laying little 4x8 pieces. Now we're going to transition and show you how we do when we lay 2x2 pieces or some large format pavers. When I'm buttering the backs, I like to be set up on a table so I'm not making a mess of my area. And I like to work from the piece that I need over off to the next piece that I want. That way I can just do it like this. And I have a nice clean edge.